Hello, my name is Boris. Thanks for the invitation. I'm the CEO of Spryker and very happy to be here today. So it's a development framework, so this is not an off-the-shelf product. It's not a product that you would configure mostly. So if you look at solutions like a Magento or others, that you have a lot of configuration, you have some customization, meaning you would change existing functionality a little bit to adapt it to your needs. And Spryker is a technology which enables you to develop exactly what you need much faster. So it does not come with tons of features that you first throw out, then you change the architecture and then you build what you need, but gives you the best starting point, best of breed architecture, solves many things for you, like having no cache, collecting data in the right way, having a scalable architecture, taking care of security, and many other things. At the same time allowing the development team to build exactly what is needed for the case in the fastest possible way. We wanted to solve the problem of IT productivity. So we found out that in many projects, both on the agency and system integrator side, but also on the customer side, the IT teams working on the e-commerce projects have spent a lot of time for things which would not contribute to creating additional business value, such as keeping the site up and running, making sure that the performance is right, making sure that the software remains upgradable, that you can support it, that you can fix bugs. And just a very tiny percentage of the IT resources went into really developing new functionality, new features, trying to find the USP and to differentiate yourself away. It's not so much about features, it's more about productivity and what contributes to this productivity. And there are reasons why developers say that they are 2 to 10 times more productive than with other systems. So we have done a very broad survey of more than 200 developers working with the system, and this was the feedback they gave, that they see a productivity increase of 2 to 10 times, which is massive. And I think this is the most important part for us. It comes from many things, from the way how we release the software. There is no one monolithic Spryker. It's split into more than 100 bundles that have their own versions, that have their own repositories. It comes from the split of front-end and back-end, 2 applications. One is very fast, very lean, one does all the heavy lifting stuff, and many other things. And this is what we think is the real selling point. It's not so much the features, although Spryker has a lot of features, it's more about the productivity again. So Spryker will enable your organization to become much faster, meaning that you will get more output out of the same development team at the same time. If you have understood that having a much more productive development team will most probably lead to higher differentiation in the marketplace, selling maybe the same products as your competitors, then you are right for Spryker. Because Spryker serves customers who are customer-centric, who are data-driven, and who see technology as an asset and not as a cost center, basically. We do not see a certain or specific industry so far. So if we look at our customer base, then it's pretty much everyone. So the question is, who needs the USPs that I just mentioned? Who needs to become faster? Who needs to become more customer data driven? Who needs to have a more productive IT? So there is one customer group, maybe the online pure players, or the companies that are online pure, that have no IT or governance legacy, who have kind of evolved over the last 10 to 15 years, maybe have become category leaders, and they need this kind of technology to stay ahead of the competition. But at the same time, we are also working with a lot of different corporations and very large legacy kind of companies, which are maybe sometimes traditional retailers, but also companies from coming from insurances, banks, manufacturers, utility producers. So there is actually everything in the customer base. We think that Inviqa has the right mix of skills, bringing both the consulting and strategy expertise, but also the technical expertise to the table. We found out that the consulting part is very important when you are talking with customers about Spryker, because sometimes it requires a certain level of market education. You need to help the customer understand the problem. You need to help the customer understand how the market has changed what kind of problems he will have in front of him. You need to set the right ambition level, or to really make him understand that if he does not change his way of thinking about technology, about what his real assets are, that most probably he is risking his business. And we think that Inviqa has this right mix of skills, and selling Spryker is a little bit different from selling other solutions out there, and there are many agencies who do not have this kind of consulting and strategy expertise. So we are very happy to have Inviqa on board in the UK.